Hey guys, GoldenKnite here, and I want to give you a couple of updates of what's going on because I have been struggling with my new build. It's been running great, except for one problem that I've been having is I believe it's called like a system service exception error. Basically, you get a blue screen randomly, and it's caused by information being sent through the computer, and then it's read incorrectly. I'm going to explain a little bit of that just so you guys can fix it yourself if you get that problem because there's a couple ways to fix it. And I've tried many of the ways. I've almost pinpointed exactly what it was, but I'm pretty sure for me it's going to be the memory problem. My memory sticks. I think one of them's bad. I have four of them, so I don't need all four of them to run. And I can send one back for repair. It has a lifetime warranty on it, but I still have to track it down. And when I ran the test initially with all four sticks in, I found that there were errors on one of the sticks, so I had to put in one stick at a time and run the test. When I did that, none of the errors showed up. So whatever I ran must have fixed it, but that doesn't mean it's fixed. It means it cleared out that bad area, and then it could come back later. So I have to run some more tests. But the upside to this is I believe next week I should be able to stream because I've already confirmed that this computer can definitely handle streaming in 1080p. I'm going to be streaming 3500 kilobits per second or something like that. That's what Twitch recommended because if you put a lot higher, you guys can't not as many people can watch it. Put it too low, it looks kind of crappy. I was checking it out on a phone, it looks fantastic, but phones have small screens, so that makes sense. And I also watched it on a 32-inch or 37-inch widescreen 1080p TV, and it looked pretty good there too. So we'll see what happens there. I will just need more feedback from you guys once I start streaming. If the quality is kind of poor, because I can't increase that. 3500 is not that high, and I can probably go all the way up to about 6,000, I would say. But let's jump into that system service exception error really quick, just so I can explain that to you guys, just in case you ever have this issue. You don't have to do what I did and look around for days, technically, to try to find it. So let's take a look at that. All right, so here's one of the websites to make use of. You can search this system service exception stop code in Windows 10. You can search that and find a bunch of different articles on how to fix it. This article doesn't cover everything, but it is pretty basic, and this is something you should start with before you try, testing hardware and stuff like that, because it's quick and easy. They have a guide here, a video here. We're not going to watch that. So one of the things you need to do is make sure Windows 10 is up to date, because every update on Windows 10 does fix problems like this. I know mine's up to date. I always keep it up to date, but you should always check it just to make sure. And definitely make sure you're on the newest version of Windows 10. They do release different, they would be technically service packs, but they call them something else. Developer releases or something. I can't remember what they're called. But yeah, make sure you have the most recent one of that if you can. The next thing is you want to update your system drivers. So if you go into Device Manager, which I'll do that right now. So this is Device Manager. If you see anything that has like an exclamation point next to it, you'd want to open it up, right click, and go to Update Driver, and you can see they're showing it right there. You see down here they're showing it as so you know how to do it. So the things that you should try updating would be your display adapter. Now I already checked and I know it's updated. I'm not going to run that myself, but the display this can be an issue, and I think that's a lot of the only issue I had, or a lot of people said just update that one. But you can run through and update all of them if you want. There are a lot of devices under some of these, which will make it a pain in the butt to do all of them. But you can give it a shot if you really need to. But yeah, if you don't see those exclamation points, I don't just try doing the display adapter and that's it. And if you're not sure if it's there, go to the manufacturer's website and just make sure. Because it doesn't show up when you do this, that only means that the Microsoft update doesn't have that driver. It does not mean a new driver doesn't exist. It could be on the manufacturer website. So for instance, I would want to search this name and then put driver at the end of it. And I would go to the NVIDIA site, download the driver, and install the newest driver. So sometimes you have to uninstall the driver and then install the driver as well, which I believe they talk about in this. You can run a command from command prompt. It's called check disk. I'm not going to run that now. It takes a long time to run this command. I would recommend running the fourth one first, which is sfc scan now. What that will do is it will search your Windows system files and it will repair them if it finds anything bad. The first time I ran this, I actually did get some errors, and then every time it crashed after that, I didn't have any more errors. This didn't do anything. So, but it did fix an issue. I mean, I had some problems with my Windows files. I don't know where those came from, but they were there. Check disk. There's a couple of commands you run with it. This one says you can type check disk /R. I believe if you type that, yeah, you'll get all of your things. So if you do check disk, you'd want to do you can specify your volume, which would be the C drive. That's what you want to check. And then you can /R will imply F, where it will fix the errors and also repair bad sectors. So that's why they said to do that. I don't think you have to specify the volume. If you don't, I think it just checks all volumes. But when you run check disk, you're going to have to, if you're running it on, obviously, the C drive, since you're using it, it will have to run when you restart the computer. So after I say that, I would say it can't run unless you want until the next reboot. Do you want to set up something to do that? You say yes, and then you reboot your computer and let it go. It will take some time, but it's definitely worth it. This will take less time for me, but I have a solid state drive. I don't know if that changes how fast it goes. It took me 30 minutes to run the SFC scan now or something, probably less than that actually. So always do this one first and then try the check disk after that if you want. There's another command, it's called DISM, which is Deployment Image Servicing and Management. This is actually what a lot of people utilize when they're deploying a new image to computers. So when you buy a new computer and it has Windows already on there, like HP, Sony, whatever, they use this to deploy all that crap that comes on it with it, which is why all that stuff's installed on there, and that's how they get it on there. So I don't really recommend doing this unless you feel comfortable, but if you type in, hold on, I don't think you have to navigate there. Yeah, you have to be an administrator. No, you don't have to navigate there. Yeah, so all you have to do is you have to run it as administrator, which, you know, if you did it this way, you type it in and then right click, run as administrator, or I believe you can also right click down here and I don't see command prompt. It used to be here, but it's gone now. So you can't do that. Never mind. So do it the way I just did it. And then just type in this command and it takes what says 20 minutes, which isn't a big deal. So you can always try that if you want, and it'll restore the health of an image based off of a system partition that's already put on there that you can't even touch. Only this thing can touch it. And once again, if it does this, it may require you to restart, but I don't think this will require that. So and then it says also do a scan now just to make sure everything's cool. There apparently is a hot fix when you go into, let me see if I can find this. So when you go into your C drive, Windows, and then mini dump, this will have your dump files. So when you get a blue screen, your blue screen will pop up in here. Obviously we can't really read that. It's difficult to read, but if you use blue screen view, it can read mini dump files and can give you the errors, and with the error messages you can search those, or you can find out that, okay, one of my errors was actually this guy right here, which means I can try using this hotfix. This is not the last resort. There's more you can do, but this is the last resort, but there's more you can do besides doing this hotfix crap. I didn't do that myself because I'm pretty sure I found out what the error is, but this would be the last thing I would probably try doing because I'm not going to just go ahead and do that. I don't like to install random crap on my computer unless it's absolutely necessary. The other thing that I used is called memtest86. You have to install it to a USB drive, and what that does is it checks your memory. You can't check your memory while your computer is loaded up like this because the memory is in use. So it has to be on a USB stick. You boot to that USB, and then from there you can run these tests. And this is how I found out that one of my sticks was bad. But like I said, it may have fixed the error or whatever because I ran the test for maybe 20 hours. Yeah, I think I ran for 20 hours straight, and it returned about, now it said 65,000 plus errors, so I think it capped out at 65,000 and put the plus there saying okay, we can't go any higher than this. You have a lot of errors. So, but the errors are gone now. So I don't know if it fixed it because it didn't say it was going to fix it, or if the errors were just cleared out because they were red and they'll come up later. So, but what I will do is I'll lock up my screen later when I'm doing some more test streams. So I will find that out. And then when that happens, I can figure out which stick it is and then go from there. But I do recommend that if you're going to run this, the first time you can run with all of your sticks in. And as soon as the errors come up, it'll probably cancel out if you're running in a specific mode. It'll cancel out saying there's too many errors. You shut down your computer, you take out all of your sticks except for one, test, and then keep on swapping sticks until you finally find the bad one. If you don't find a bad one, but the initial test you did find a bad one, then you're going to have to reproduce the error, which is a pain in the ass. So, but yeah, that's all the debugging I've done. But like I said, I think I pinpointed it. I'm pretty sure it's the memory. So I just need to cause the error one more time so I can check which memory stick is corrupted and then pull it out. And then I won't have any issues. I can still stream. I'll send that in, get the repair, and bam, we'll be up and running. I'm very happy about that. All right, so the last thing I wanted to talk about, I don't have a ton for this vlog. It's just the things that are going to be upcoming. So obviously streaming is upcoming. I want to start doing that next week if I can. I'll probably be doing more first-person shooters while I'm streaming, and some of the like story mode games, some games that are longer. I did buy Visage, I think that's how it's pronounced. But I'm looking forward to playing that. It's supposed to be very scary. The other games I have are Bendy and the Ink Machine. Chapter 5 is coming out, I believe, on the 26th. So we're going to be playing that. Doesn't mean I'm going to be streaming it, but we're going to be playing that very soon. As soon as it comes out, I'm going to start playing it again, and we'll get through that. Leave those run about an hour and a half in length. So if I do 30 minutes each, get through it pretty quick. But I think that's going to be the last of the series. And then we'll see what else they pump out after that. They could have bonus content, because Life is Strange obviously had some bonus content, which was pretty fun to play. I don't know when Life is Strange 2 is coming out, so I'll keep you posted on that. And I also have a game called Hide or Die. I got I think it was a Kickstarter. I did a Kickstarter for it. I got a special rate, and I also got into the beta. So the beta is not released for everyone. So I'm sure some of the big time streamers will get it, obviously, so they can push it out more. And then I paid to be in it. So I'll get into the beta. That's coming out October 31st from what they said. There haven't been any updates on that, so I'm still banking on the 31st. And I'm probably going to play that the night it's out, and hopefully it's a lot of fun. Looks like a lot of fun. I'll explain that more when I get into the game. Other vlogs also have more information about that, so if you want to check out my other vlogs, especially when I bought all these games during the summer Steam sale, there's a lot of crap there. So I'm sorry streaming hasn't come up yet, but I can't have my computer locking up. My computer generally will lock up every hour to 2.5 hours when I'm playing an intensive game. If it's just like me doing a vlog like this, or just on my computer, it won't lock it up because I have so much memory that it fixes the errors itself. So I need to reproduce like major errors, and the only way you can have that happen is when you're playing, intensive video games like Killing Floor, or, Bendy might produce it, but I'm not sure. But I know Killing Floor definitely does. There's a lot going on, especially when I had the, there's an NVIDIA Flex thing, which makes it more gory and crazy, which I had to turn off because I thought that was causing the problem, but I don't think it is. So, but yeah, thanks for being patient with me, guys. I will get it going. I'll give you more updates if I can't get it next week, but that's the plan. Hold on, let me give you a date. Next week would be the 28th, because I'm going to be doing streams on Sunday. I will start at 1 p.m. if I do it, and I'll send out a reminder like probably Saturday or Friday or something through Twitter, and it will show up on Facebook as well. So yeah, the 28th, there's a calendar over here. 28th, 1 p.m., and I'll probably stream for a couple of hours, and then as more people view, they want me to stream more, I can do it more, and then if they want me to do other days, I can do other days. The only downside to streaming is I do have a full-time job, so Monday through Friday, I really can't stream during the day. I could stream like later at night, but I don't have as much time as I do on the weekend, so we'll have to figure out what we want to do there. But if I start getting paid to stream, then obviously, I don't need the other job, and then bam, we're good to go. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If you like my stuff, obviously comment, give me some feedback, stuff like that. I always appreciate feedback, and I do listen. I try to reply back to everyone I can. I don't get a lot of comments now, but maybe if I get a lot of comments later, I won't be able to reply back to everything. But so far, I can reply to just about every comment, or at least I'll like it or things like that, so you guys know I read it. So, but yeah, just keep on watching. I'll keep on pushing out content as much as I can. Hopefully, it's entertaining for you guys. It's entertaining for me, especially the scary games. It's fun to watch that stuff when I'm editing, because I do have to watch it when I edit. It's funny. So, but anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and until next time, huzzah!